I showed you in a recent video how you can create a high quality, ultra realistic, completely for free AI model for your Fanvue account. The tool that we used for this was Tensor Art. However, since then I got a lot of questions about how to generate AI models because some people are having some issues or it's just not working for them. So that's why I decided to make a complete guide on how you can create a high realistic AI model completely for free with Tensor Art. Tensor Art is perfect for people who are just starting out and don't have the money to pay for their AI model creation. For every Gmail account you're setting up, you get 50 credits every day, so you can make plenty of AI models with these credits. And a very big plus on this website is that you can create not safe for work content. Not safe for work content is where the girls are naked or topless or showing a little bit more skin than they normally should. First thing we're gonna do is we go to tensor.art. As always, I leave a link for you guys in the description down below so you can follow along. If you don't already have a Gmail account, just go create one. It's very simple to do. Once we are at Tensor Art, we go to sign in and we continue with Google. Once we are logged in, we get this page. On the left side, we have a lot of options, in the middle, on the top, but we don't have to worry about that. As you can see, if I hover over my account, you can see my credits are 51.45. For every Gmail account you sign in with, you get 50 credits every day. If I burn through my tokens today, then tomorrow I get new ones to generate new images. So with all the different options over here, you can find it out for yourself, but for now we go to create. So as you can see, I already created some models in my previous videos, but for now we're gonna start from scratch. First of all, we got the credits also over here. Every time we generate an image, our credits will go lower and lower. Very obvious. Okay, over here we got a little notification. That's because Tensor Art is very busy at some time. You can only generate once at a time. Over here we got text to image, image to image, text to video, and image to video. All different options we have to generate pictures. But for now, because we are going to use a prompt, we leave it at text to image. Over here we got a model. If you click this, we got a whole bunch of models we can pick from. Flux is one of the best, but I like to go for realistic. And if we go to realistic, we got a bunch of models that are already pre-made for us. Over here you can see how many times these models are used by other people. But for this video, I'm going to use this one because we used this girl before. So this will be our base model. Every time we're going to generate a model, she will look like her. Further, we have add Lora, add enabling. Okay, add Lora, I'm going to show you in a few minutes how you can create your own Lora. Your own Lora is basically your own base model. If you use your own Lora, then the girl will look like the Lora you've created. So it's very good for consistency. And that way she has the same body type or same face every time. I will show you that in a few minutes, okay? If we click add Lora, we can go to my models. And if you already have a model, she will show up over here. I have to blur this because they look like my other models that I have in Fanvue at this moment. But we can also go to realistic and pick one of these. So let's say, just to explain, I picked this one. Over here, we got this bar, okay? The more I put this up, the more the model will look like our Lora. But because we don't have our own, I'm gonna delete this one for now. Add enabling, let's say she has very bad teeth every time in the picture. You can use this one and her teeth will be better. Because sometimes the teeth are all screwed up and she can better go see a dentist. But okay. Then we go here, we have settings. We can choose portrait, landscape, square. These are the different sizes of images that we can create. If you want to create something for Instagram, we can go for a square. It's also good for Fanvue. We can, let's say she's making a selfie, we can go for the portrait and she will go tick and we have a selfie one. Yeah. All these different types will generate you different type of images. We can also go for custom and then we can choose our own width and height of the image. Over here we got sampling method. This is a very good one, but we can play around with this a little bit. But once you pick your model, every time you use a model, then the question will pop up if you want to use the standard one. Most of the time, press OK. Since I'm using my own Lora, then I don't. Sampling steps. This is how much steps it's gonna take to create your image. The more steps you're gonna fill in here, the longer it's gonna take for your model to generate, but the more steps you pick, the more the model will like your base model. Guidance scale. I would say I will leave this to a minimum of 3.5, and that's kind of the sweet spot. We can go to 4.5, but somewhere in between. This will enhance your images. This will make it more sharper, more crisp, and the faces will look better, the hands will look better. But 3.5 is basically the sweet spot, but we can go as far as 4.5. Seed. This is basically, if you created a model, she will get her own number. Every model is unique and every model gets its own number. But if you copy that number and you will paste it in here, that's another way to get more resemblance. So if you create a model, what we're going to do in a few minutes, then you will get a seed number. Copy that seed number, paste it over here, and your next generation will look more like the girl that you already generated. That's about the body type. If you, let's say you wanted those big melons instead of those tiny grapes, and you got a big melons, then use that seed numbers to continue with that process. Clip encoder, I leave this to none. To be honest, I don't really know what this is doing. We can go for upscale. Every time we upscale is to enhance the quality of our images. Let's say I really like this image. Then I go for upscale, and let's say I do a 2x, then it will generate the same picture but in nicer quality. Every time we upscale, it's going to cost us more credits. Also here we get to choose how many steps, and I won't go over 30 steps, to be honest. It's going to take a lot of time. I leave it mostly at 20. 20 is kind of the sweet spot. Add detailer. This is also, if you create your Lora, you can also put it over here again, and then you can put up a strength on how much your model should like your Lora. This is also going to cost you extra coins to generate, but the resemblance will be way better. Layer diffusion, we can't use that with Flux, but we don't need it anyway. So we picked our model, and what we're going to do is we're going to type a prompt. I always have a base prompt. So for this one, 21-year-old girl, long red hair, Caucasian, okay? This is a consistent, this will always stay the same. Now we can say what she's doing, what she's wearing, or where she's walking. So let's say walking outside in the park, wearing a skirt and white top. Here we go for 2 images. Because if you do one, sometimes the images get screwed up and you have to wait a longer time. So 2 images is what we're going to use. 4 images, I can use that because I use the free version. If you want to pay for this and use the pro version, then you can generate 4 at a time. But for now, 2 is fine. And then we go to set our settings. I will make a portrait and we go for generate. And we're also going to make a square one. So keep in mind, sometimes we can only use generate at once. So keep in mind, sometimes in certain times we can only generate once at a time, but because it's not the time now, we can generate 2 times at the same time. So we are going to let Tensor Art do its thing, and I'll be back to you when this is finished. So as you can see, our images are done. It's going to cost us 3.2 every time we generate 2 images, and as you can see, it's withdrawn from our balance. So I say she looks pretty good, and this is the seed number that I talked about before. If we want to keep consistent images or consistent face, body type, and stuff like that, we're gonna copy this number. And for our next generation, we will put it over here. If we click generate now again, then every time we generate the images with our prompt, she will look exactly like the other girl. So this is good, and this one, she isn't that very pretty, to be honest. It's also a good one, and she also looks pretty good. So let's say we like these images, or just 2 or 1 or whatever. You can go over here, download, and then we save them at the spot that we want. Also going to download this one, save as. Okay, I will recommend you to be a little bit organized. Okay, so she's walking in the park here. Make an extra file and label it walking in the park. Put all your park pictures over there. If she's at the pool, do the same thing for that, because you are going to generate a lot of pictures. Okay, training our Lora. Let's say we like this girl so much that we want to create our own model. You press X over here, we go to create, and then we got online training over here. Then we got this page. Over here, we can upload our images that we want. So over here, we're gonna put the images that we really love. I created some models already. So let's say I want this one, this one, this one, this one. And I also like these pictures. We're gonna drag them in here. And once we're done, we got our images over here. We can go for batch cutting, and this way it's gonna make the size of all our pictures the same. So if we have different size pictures, we go to cut size and we go to confirm, okay? Over here, we can pick if we want anime, realistic okay. We go for custom and then we go for base model. So for this one, we can choose flux or whatever. And this is how many times it's gonna repeat. The higher this number is going to be, over here you can see how much credits this will cost us to generate, and we only have 45 left. So I will recommend to do this at the start of the day once you have 50 fresh credits. I will make this a little bit lower because I have not that much credits left. It's going to cost me 63 credits anyway. So I'm going to remove this one. Still not enough credits. This one. Now it's going to cost us 44 credits. If I am not mistaken, I got 45. Okay, that's good. And then we can put here some trigger words. What I'm gonna do is 20-year-old, red hair, and those are my trigger words. Over here we can model effect preview prompt, one girl, red hair, Caucasian, 21-year-old. Just fill this in and we go to start training. What it's gonna do now is gonna train our Lora. This is gonna take a while, so once this is done, I will be back to you. Okay, as you can see, the training is done now. We got every time 4 images that we can pick from. So I don't really like this one. So we're gonna look further, and we're gonna look for the perfect pictures. So I must say, I really like this one. I also really do like this one. Maybe this one is even better. The reason I don't pick this one is because over here you can see your teeth. So every time you're gonna put in the prompt, so make a smile, show a perfect white teeth, then we also have an example of a teeth. Sometimes if you don't do that, the teeth will have a very big gap in between or whatever. And I don't think that looks very sexy. So let's say we're gonna use this one. Then we're gonna download this. Save it with the other pictures. And then we go for publish. Create new project name. Let's give her a name. Let's say Diana. I don't know. Think of something. Channel. We go for realistic. We can add a few tags over here. Maybe something beautiful girl, beautiful red hair. Oh. Red hair, realistic model. Okay, so you get the idea, yeah? A few tags over here. Then we go for create. Diana, the date she was created, and our base model is Flux. We go training steps. We leave it at 0. Training epochs is also at 0. We can make this a little bit more or less, whatever you want, okay? That's the thing that I explained before. Description, 21-year-old girl, red hair. Strength, I do a 1. Base model flux, negative prompt, we leave that open for now. Negative prompt is if hands or feet get screwed up, you can put it over here and then you will have better hands or feet. Not always working, by the way, but it's a nice idea. We'll leave that open for now, yeah? Okay, upload files, I leave that open for now, yeah? Save tensor, model size, full, floating, okay, that's all fine. These are the pictures we are generating with this. This is that everybody can use it, and then we go for publish. Okay, great. If we go to our account now, if we go to here, we have our models. I already trained 2 before, but for now we're gonna press run. And then over here we can run again. Then we have this one, strength. We leave this at 1, and basic model is Flux 1 dev. This is because we are chosen Flux as our basic model. We're gonna use this one. So use recommended. Then we fill in our base prompt again. We can also choose the color of our eyes and stuff like that in our base prompt, but I didn't do that for now. It's just to show you how it's working. The rest is all the same. We keep this at automatic, sample steps. Okay, we leave this. Keep in mind, guidance scale 3.5, not less. Otherwise you will get obscured of faces, or everything is very blurry, or the background isn't nice and it's just not pretty. Okay, we leave that as here. We leave that as it is. And over here we have add detailer. Like I said before, we can also upload our model in here. If we turn this one all the way up, she will look even more like the model we created, okay? We can do that, and we can go for generate. But because my coins are up now, I have to wait until tomorrow on this account to create another model. So I hope this helped out a little bit for the questions people have. I don't know how to make it any more detailed for you guys. So if you have any questions or whatever, just leave it in the comments down below. You can also follow me on Instagram to shoot me a message over there. I will do always my best to respond to you guys as soon as possible, but I got a very busy day sometimes, and it's gonna take me a while sometimes to answer all your questions. So if you like the video, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to know more about AI OFM or Fanvue or whatever, and I will see you the next time.